This pole shape is called the tulip. Doesn't require inverting. You can drop down into it, or if you are comfortable with your invert, you can invert up into it. Works great on spin, works great on static, great for your upcoming photo shoot, or a fun one to put into a combo that you might be working on. So for this one, it's going to start from a genie. So you want to feel comfortable dropping down to a jasmine and or genie to transition into this. If you're dropping down into it, it does lose some elevation. Okay, so you can do it from the floor, inverting up, you'll end up very close to the floor, but dropping down into it, just keep in mind that it is going to continue to lose a little elevation, so plan ahead for that. Okay, so if I'm climbing up and dropping down to it, I'm going to go a couple climbs just to give myself a little leeway. Depending on how much distance you cover in your climbs, you might have to take only one climb, two climbs, three climbs, depending where you want it to hit. Okay, so we're going to take it a climb up and then transitioning to my jasmine position with that top leg coming through. That bottom leg is going to come around to the genie, and I want to get it in my knee pit of both legs. So the top one's already in that jasmine knee pit. The bottom one, I want to make sure my legs are not too close together. I want to slide that knee down and get it in that knee pit with the legs farther apart, okay? And of course, how far apart is going to vary person to person. You don't have to be flexible. It's not about how wide you can take it. It's about the tension by going closer to your max width. I find if my legs are wider, it's easier to hold this shape. Okay, because I don't have to work as hard to pull it in. If you have more room you could go, then you're going to have to work a little harder. Okay, so I want to make sure I place my legs straight on the pole with my knee touching and then bend it. Okay, drop your torso down so it's roughly parallel to the floor, perpendicular to the pole. You're going to thread one arm at a time through. Bring the bottom arm through first all the way to your elbow and pull. Okay, then the second arm. Same here. You can cross your wrists, keep them parallel, whatever you want. I'm really thinking pulling my hands to my face like I'm trying to punch myself in the face, okay? Once you get that hold, then you can open the legs, okay? And basically I'm squeezing the pole to my chest, okay? To transition out, you can climb up or you can transition down to your jasmine. Flexibility-wise, what does it take on this one? This shape is gonna look different on everyone, okay? Flexibility-wise, to get into it, it doesn't have to be a wide split, it doesn't have to be a narrow split. You can make it whatever kind of shape you want. As far as the flexibility, generally speaking, I would say it's roughly like this if you're able to put your elbows on the ground. But that being said, it doesn't have to go all the way to your elbows to feel secure. I've seen people do it with it on their forearms. It's more about the tension and the pull, okay, of this here. So it's not necessarily about how deep you get it, but the fact that you're pulling and keeping this tension between your upper and lower torso, okay? So you want to think of having the legs go roughly a 90, okay? If you do have a wide center split, you actually probably are not going to want to go to your max width. You're going to want to bring it in. Bring the bottom arm through first, then the top. You can make jazzy spirit fingers, you can make fists, you can make, whatever shapes, signs you want to flash there, okay? And then it's the pressure of I'm pulling with my arms and pushing with my legs. So I feel this contrasting tension between my arms and legs, okay? Does the spin help this pose? No, I don't think so. I don't think it hurts it either though. So I don't think it's any harder to do this move on spin versus static. So if you prefer static, play with it on static. If you prefer it on spin, go with that or try it on both, okay? So this one is called the tulip. If you want to try out that positioning on the ground first, like I said, you don't have to be super flexible. The shape is going to look different on everyone, okay? So play around with it, have some fun with it.